Everyone, welcome back to the NFA Review channel. Today we are going to review a very innovative product that is going to help all you suppressor users out there, the Riflespeed Gas System. Now, how many of you guys have been at the range, okay, pulled out your range bag and had to rifle through it only to realize that you didn't bring your Allen key for adjusting your adjustable gas block? If you're running a suppressor, that can be very detrimental to your day and enjoyment at the range, from overgassing yourself to the face, to malfunctions, you name it. Leaving a tool at home that you need to adjust your rifle sucks, and you don't need to do it anymore. So I actually ran across this product on Instagram. They kind of accidentally released it, and I saw it, it popped up in my feed, and I was like, what the heck is that thing? Because it looked like a weird basket weave deal on the barrel. I would normally keep scrolling. I clicked on it and I realized what it was. It was a rotary adjustment toolless gas system that has adjustable cages for your handguard length. And I was like, mind blown, holy crap, this is awesome. So dropped a couple fire emojis on there. They reached out to me, and here we are. We are going to cover it here in the studio in depth for you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started. So they tell me that the retail box is going to look a lot better than this. This is like their media, test box. So you'll have a gas block with the rotary adjustment knob here. Looks like a decal and installation pins, stuff like that. So that's what you get right off the bat. And we'll cover the other links here in just a second. But let's go ahead and cover the specifications. The steels they use is a combination of 4140, 17.4 heat-treated stainless steel, and for the plunger, a very, very high-end steel, A286 stainless steel. So very, very high-end metals here in use. The spring washer that you see is the very same spring washer used in a lot of the popular suppressor mounts that you guys have seen and become accustomed to. It was actually kind of a group effort design here. So this washer system has been in use and been abused in testing by multiple companies. As far as the coating on the gas block, everything is coated in a black nitride, and on their website you'll see that the available barrel sizes is .750 and .625 gas block journal sizes. Now, I've been told this thing can be used pretty much on any system. So 5.56, 300 blackout, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 300 Win Mag, you name it. If it's an auto-loading AR-15 deal with a gas block system, you should be good to go with this. If you have any questions, of course, you can always reach out to them, and they'll definitely confirm whether or not you can use it. But it was pretty clear that it pretty much works with everything. Furthermore, there's no heat restriction, so there's no minimum barrel length restriction on this that you would think. So definitely a high-use product. And the plunger here is actually self-cleaning. So if you read the manual, very, very detailed, all you would have to do at the beginning and the end of a range session to ensure that you really don't need to break it apart and detail clean it. I mention it all the time here on my channel. I hate cleaning things. We all live busy lives. If you're watching my channel, chances are you have a decent suppressor collection yourself, so you probably don't even clean your suppressors as much as you should, if not at all. I don't. And I don't like detail cleaning anything, okay? Maybe my car. So to keep optimal operation, all you have to do is put 1 drop of oil on it at the beginning of your shooting range day, and then 1 drop when you leave, and then rotate your gas adjustment to kind of work that oil inside that plunger to get the oil to be pulled in there to kind of break up any carbon inside the gas port there. Simple as that. As far as testing and development, it was multiple years to come to this, and over 20,000 rounds of torture testing to ensure that this system would not fail. Now, as far as use, super simple, guys. On the rotary dial, that's what I'm just going to call it, I don't know its exact name, you'll have laser engraved numbers 1 through 12. So the lower the number, the less gas you get. The higher the number, the more gas you get. Pretty simple. So all you would do to tune it, I read the manual, basically it's like any other gas block when you first put it on your rifle, any other adjustable block. What you want to do is go out there, set it at a certain setting, shoot, put one round in the mag. And what you want to try to do is find that common ground where you'll have a last round bolt hold open on that, and you don't have, rounds flying across into the next county. So what I did was, I followed the directions. I think it said, on a 5.56 with a whatever barrel, it said to start at like 6. So I went up to 6, and then I shot, and it, didn't lock back. So I'm like, okay, add a little bit more gas. We'll go up to 7 there. Went up to 7, and it almost locked back. Went to 8, boom, locked back. Went to 9, locked back a little bit more forceful. I'm like, I think I'm gonna leave it there, so when the gun gets dirty, you can still run. So you're gonna see that here in a second on the range. I just wanna kind of give you a rundown here in the studio of how it operates. Now you're looking at this, and we've all had the problem of taking that Allen key that we can't find in our range bag and having to like finagle it down a handguard, and you're like trying not to look down your own barrel, and you're looking at it, okay, I got it, click, click, shit, how many clicks did I do? Is the set screw gonna fall out? I hate those systems. I never have the tool with me, and it just sucks. So what they did is they made this front rotary knob like adjustable. You can swap it out. So this is what caught my attention online. So your barrel will run through here. So how freaking sweet is that? You can change these out for different lengths. So if you have a long handguard and a carbine length gas system, this guy is going to be buried in your handguard by, 3 to 5 inches or whatever it is. They actually have a chart on their website that you can put in all your information. So your barrel length, your gas system length, your handguard length, and it will tell you which one of these extended rotary knob dealios that you need to operate it correctly. How much will stick out in front of your handguard. That's freaking sweet. So all you would have to do now is, replace this with this unscrews, and you put it on, and now you can rotate it here, and you have the same laser engraved numbers on the front. I mean, this is the most simple and revolutionary gas block that we've had come across in a long time. So, I mean, it's just one of those like, why didn't I think of it moments, especially with these guys here, the ability to adjust your gas block easily without a tool from under a long handguard. That's freaking slick. Now, as far as pricing, introductory price of $199, which is actually really good considering the amount of machining and the metals and the coatings that are used here, and of course, the innovative product that it is. So they actually made that price a little better for my patrons on Patreon, for my gold members. I'm not gonna tell you what the discount is. You're gonna have to be a gold member to find that out. I actually already made a post about it on there. Just full disclosure, guys, we don't, when I work with these companies for the reviews and they extend a discount to my gold members on Patreon, there's no money exchanging hands on my end. This is just, hey, my patrons help me. Your product's cool. How about, since they help me, you help them and give them a discount on the product. And it's as simple as that. So they are now number 19 on the gold tier, 19 discounts. So I'm gonna try to score one more so we have an even 20. So that shouldn't be too hard. Now, as far as availability, by the time this video airs, they should be ready to sell on the website. I know, a couple days ago, before I filmed this, when I was looking on their website, they had an email list where you can sign up to be notified when they're all in stock. I was on the phone with Kyle, the CEO, and he was explaining they're waiting on some laser engraving. So I'm guessing that's, the front of all the rotary dials here. So if they're not on the website already, by the time this airs, they will be soon. So if there's an email list, make sure to click it because you're going to want to get in on this first wave, especially at that $199 price. Now, I think that's pretty much concludes the studio. I actually have ran this in other videos if you guys were paying attention. I believe my last two videos, I used this as a host gun. This is an 11.5-inch upper, and it does have their system. I don't know if you can hear that on my microphone, but nice detent clicks, very stable, very cool product. So as you can see here, it extends perfectly with plenty of reach to reach in there with gloved hands or whatnot, and you can adjust the gas system lickety split. Now, we're about to go hit the range. I thought long and hard about how I'm gonna do the range scenes, because of course this is a little bit different video than what I'm used to doing and what you guys are used to watching. So I was thinking of how can I make this enjoyable and educational on the product. I don't want to go out there and do a bunch of like last round bolt hold open, like setup videos. That's boring. You guys are going to be able to do that on your own by reading the manual and just going through the paces. So what I want to do is see how easily adjustable this is and how to adjust the rate of fire on full auto, because they're going to really be able to tell when I'm shooting full auto the tuning, because you're going to see the rate of fire change. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this M16 lower, this 11.5 inch upper, and I have a 10.5 inch Noveski upper in there that I can throw a suppressor on. So we can do unsuppressed and suppressed on, you know, within 1 inch of the upper links. But that one's non-adjustable. That's just a fixed gas block Noveski 10.5 inch deal. So what I want to do is do some comparison scenes and shoot the 10.5 inch to show its high rate of fire when you put a suppressor on it, cannot adjust it. And then this one where we can tune it. So without further ado, I'm going to load up some mags, go broke in the process, and I'll meet you at the range. All right, we made it out to the range, and this is the test that I have set up for today. So we have a M16 lower with a 10.5 inch Noveski upper on it. And then I have an 11.5 inch custom job that Riflespeed sent with their gas block on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run both of them unsuppressed with a full mag. I'm going to shoot a couple rounds semi-auto, and then I'm going to flip over to fun mode and dump the magazine. Behind this two-way warehouse ammo box, I have my iPhone. I'll be recording in slow-mo, so hopefully it doesn't fall over with all the concussion, because I really don't want to be wasting all this ammo at like 75 cents a round. So what we're going to do, we're going to run this one, that one, and then I'm going to put a suppressor on each, and then we're going to be able to compare just how the rate of fire changes and how adjustable this gas block is. So let's go ahead and get to it. And just a reminder before we start, I am wearing a wireless lapel mic. Not the usual setup I do when I'm reviewing suppressors, so it's going to sound different than you're used to hearing. You're not going to hear the true tone of what's going on here, but what's important in this review is that I can address you guys, okay? So we're not listening for the suppressor or the unsuppressed shots. There's going to be a lot of clipping going on, just so you're aware. All right, we'll do 3 rounds semi. And of course the phone fell the first shot. Wow, I'll back up a little bit. Okay, and let's dump it. Wow. Damn. Well, I bet you they know we're out here shooting now. Anytime you shoot something like that, I put these gloves on so I can change these while they're hot, but I have no dexterity here, so let's just burn my fingers. They're not too hot, I guess. All right. All right, it's set at 8. So let's see how that does. Hell yeah. Okay, so now I have the suppressor mounted, the Rex Selenium MG7 224 bore aperture size. I just reviewed this can a couple weeks ago. And what I want to do is I'm going to leave it on the 8 setting and run it full auto, and then adjust it to show, you know, the rate of fire change. That is the whole point of this bad boy here. So breech it open. Okay. I'm just going to go to, actually let's run it in single first, see how far these casings are landing. Okay, now I'm going to roll the slow-mo here. Okay, so that was definitely high rate of fire. Just from my memory, because I've run this Mark 18 Mod Zero with the AEC M4 a lot, like 70,000 rounds a lot, like it's completely destroyed. That rate of fire pretty much matches this one. You're gonna see in just a second. But while this sucker's still on here, I'm gonna adjust this gas system down to, let's slow it down a lot so you guys can kind of see. Wow, that's hot. Let's slow it down. Let's go to 4. Let's cut that sucker in half. Okay, full auto. Let's let it ride. Still too fast. Let's cut it down to 2. Whoa, suppressor came a little loose there. Holy crap, you see that? God, I hope it caught that on the frickin' slow-mo. I was probably out of frame. This thing blew like 3 smoke rings for some weird reason. I gotta review that footage. I wanna run one more mag through the Riflespeed upper before we do a comparison on the other upper there with the can on it. The rate of fire didn't change much. What I noticed immediately was the back pressure, the excess gas coming down the bore and hitting my nose and gassing out my eyes. It was like night and day. So that's interesting. I thought it would change the rate of fire more, but I guess, you know, we would have to tune the spring rate and the buffer to change that more dramatically. But the overgassing, it's gone. So I want to try that again. I'm gonna run it. Let's go back up to, let's do like 10. Let's just gas the hell out of this thing. I'm gonna do 10 and then go down to like 5. And see if I can tell the difference in the gas. I chambered this thing already. Okay. Ooh, man, this thing's getting hot. Oh yeah, that's what. Look, you'll be able to see it in the slow-mo, but I'm getting gassed up here. I get like ammonia like crazy up my nose. All right, and we'll go down to 5. Suppressor's still good. Still a little gassy. I'm gonna go down to 2. You know what, I'm gonna go down to 1. I just wanna see if it runs. All right, well, with the Rex Selenium, it actually, whoo, oh wow. I just like completely melted submit to the can. A couple things. One, this suppressor sounds amazing still. No ears in and no ringing, and I've been shooting a lot. 2, I did notice a rate of fire change that time. The gas was better, but it wasn't great. And I'm gonna load up another mag and we're gonna shoot the Mark 18. When I edit this, I'm gonna do them, you know, back to back so you guys can see the rate of fire change between the Mark 18 with a suppressor and the 11.5 inch. Okay, I'm really dreading this part because, like I said, even with this suppressor completely almost shot out, it's still gonna be so overgassed. I'll show you some close-ups here of the front cap of this thing. It is beat to hell. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Should have brought a gas mask. Okay. You can hear the metal tinging like an exhaust. All right, ending thoughts. That was a lot worse than I remember. I mean, we're shooting, it obviously has a large gas port on it. You know, it's fixed, it's non-adjustable. But the suppressor itself has been shot so many times and the bore aperture is so eroded, it's not as constricting as this brand new Rex Selenium that has a really tight, clean, you know, non-worn out bore aperture. So the restriction was definitely higher on this upper, and the shooting experience was way worse with this. Rate of fire was all over the place. You can tell it was changing depending on the ammo. This was hot stuff. This was all brand new XM193. Super hot ammo, but you could tell if the load was a little hotter than the one next to it, because I mean the rate of fire was like all over the place. A lot of gas to the face, not that enjoyable. It's probably why I usually shoot this thing now with no suppressor on it when I want to just piss everybody off. Now it is more evident on how much work this little guy was doing here. The fact that you're able to tune it from 1 to 12 and sit there and play around with it at the range. You know, you can take notes depending on different ammunition types, suppressors that you might use on that one upper. Really, really neat. You can have your own little notebook here writing down notes, or you can just reach up and adjust it because it's toolless and it makes everything easy. That, my friends, is the takeaway from today's video. We can sit here and tune it without going to find a freaking tool in my box. We can just sit here and play and mess around, wasting a bunch of ammo and having a bunch of fun. So they were definitely thinking outside the handguard on this one. But catchphrase, trademark. Seriously, not having to put a stupid tool down here in the handguard was quite nice. So thinking outside the box, thinking outside the handguard, should I say, they definitely did. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definite stamp of approval there. Just a great all-around product, and I hope this kind of, you know, kickstarts some other companies to get some inspiration, some more innovation out there, because it's been a long time since something stopped me in my tracks. Like I said earlier in the studio, when I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see something that I have never seen done before. It was really refreshing. It's a really cool product. So kudos, guys. Awesome product. Big shout out to my black card members and my gold members on Patreon. You guys rock. Went through 200 rounds of ammo today on and off camera testing this bad boy. So definitely quite expensive. You guys help offset that cost. So thanks to you guys. And of course, best price is at 2A Warehouse. If you guys want a discount on 2A Warehouse ammo, if you want a discount on the actual gas block, all you have to do is be a gold member. Send me a PM on there and I will send you the current percentage off on the Riflespeed gas system here, because it is a variable percentage off, so I'm not going to publish what it is. So if you want to know, send me a personal message on Patreon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you again for watching. I know it was kind of a long video, but I really wanted to give this product a fair shakedown, and it definitely performed how I thought it would. Just the ability to adjust it, rate of fire, less gas, more enjoyable shooting experience. And remember, we're shooting at 11.5 inch upper here. You're not going to get like the best experience when shooting on a shorty upper like this, but the fact that it was that much better than this says a lot. So I'm actually curious to see what this would do on like a 16 inch with like a mid-length gas system. That'd be pretty sweet. If you guys happen to build one of your own, make sure to comment back on this video and let me know how your experience was. I am interested to find out. If you guys like what you saw today, please click that like button. It does help with our visibility, and we can get more shooters on the channel here to get more education, and that's better for the shooting industry as a whole. If this is your first time stopping by and you want to see more videos, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next week.